In today's video, we will be looking at some scary demon caught on camera late at night. Make sure to watch the whole thing because each and every second of this video is filled with suspense and horror. So let's get started. Number 10. Demon Eyes in the Mirror. This video clip was taken by a young woman who was just driving home from work when she noticed something strange in her rearview mirror. She couldn't believe what she was seeing, so she kept on recording. It was first just a small shadow that appeared behind her, but then it began to grow larger and more defined. The figure in the mirror looks like a demon or an entity straight out of a horror movie. Although it appears distorted in the reflection, its eyes are what stand out the most. They look soulless, evil, and terrifying. After seeing this video, many people have come forward saying they too have seen similar figures in their mirrors while driving late at night. However, no one has been able to offer a reasonable explanation for these sightings. What do you think this could be? Let me know your thoughts. No. 9 shadow figures. In October 2013, surveillance cameras in Siberia captured footage of some very scary figures lurking around outside a house. The video shows 2 shadowy figures approaching the front door. One of the figures looks like it has a hunchback, and both of them appear to be dragging themselves closer and closer to the house. Some say these could be ghosts or spirits that were lingering outside the house. Perhaps they were trying to get inside, or maybe they were trying to warn whoever lived there to stay away. Many also believe that this could be some sort of demon because of how slow and deliberate their movements are. They don't seem to rush, and they don't make a sound. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts. Number 8. Screaming in the woods. A man named Casey was hiking in the woods when he heard some screaming in the distance. He had never heard anything like it before. The scream was long, drawn out, and incredibly eerie. It sounded like someone was being murdered in the forest. But when Casey turned his camera around to see who was making the noise, he found nothing. There didn't seem to be anyone else in the woods, and if there was, they weren't anywhere near where the noise had come from. Is it possible that this was a wild animal, or perhaps an extremely rare bird? Or could it have been something more sinister? Maybe a demon or a ghost? Let me know what you think. 7 ghostly figure appears. This video clip was recorded by a man named Travis, who was walking through the woods late at night with his friends. As they walked down the path, a dark figure can be seen coming towards them. The group stopped and watched as the figure got closer and closer. It looked like an emaciated old man who was hunched over and barely moving. He almost seemed like he was a skeleton. Then all of a sudden, the figure disappears. Travis and his friends were understandably scared and confused. They didn't know what they were witnessing. But some viewers of the video believe that this was a type of skinwalker, which is a Navajo witch doctor who uses dark magic. Others believe that it was simply a homeless person or someone dressed up in a costume, but I'm not so sure about that. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. 6. Demon catches teen unprepared, according to reports. This video was recorded by a 16-year-old girl who was sitting in her car when she saw a large black cat slinking across the street. She decided to follow it and see where it went, but the cat suddenly turned around and stared directly at her. Its eyes were glowing red in the darkness, and it looked like it wanted to attack her. The girl was so scared that she dropped her phone, which rolled away and onto the road. When she tried to get out of her car to retrieve it, the cat leaped onto the hood of the car and began hissing at her. The girl screamed and ran back to the safety of her vehicle. She locked the doors and watched as the demonic cat jumped off the hood and disappeared into the darkness. Some believe that this was simply a large wildcat, but others are convinced that it was a demon. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. No. 5 shadowy figure appears. This video was posted online by a user named John, who claimed that it was filmed by his brother-in-law in the Philippines. It shows a group of people standing in front of a house, when a shadowy figure begins to emerge from the trees behind them. This figure seems to be tall and thin, and is dragging itself closer and closer to the people filming. Everyone is stunned and scared, but no one moves. They just stand there and watch as the figure approaches. Then all of a sudden, the video cuts off, and we never find out what happened next. Many people have come forward claiming that they experienced something similar. They were outside late at night when a shadowy figure appeared in the darkness. These figures were always thin and emaciated and seemed to be dragging themselves along the ground. Some believe that these are demons or ghosts, while others think they may be something else entirely. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Number 4. Demon in the Sewer. This video was recorded by a man who was walking home one night when he saw something strange down a sewer. At first, it looked like just a pair of glowing eyes staring back at him. But as he continued to film, he realized that it was much more than that. It appeared to be some kind of demonic creature that was lurking in the sewers. It had sharp teeth and claws and was snarling as if it wanted to attack him. The man was so scared that he dropped his phone, which fell into the sewer and disappeared. He then ran away as fast as he could and never looked back. Many people who have seen this video believe that it is evidence of a real-life monster that lives in the sewers of our cities. But others are not so sure. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Number 3. Glowing eyes. This video was posted online by a man who claimed that he was hiking in the woods when he saw some glowing eyes peering at him from the darkness. He continued to film as he walked closer to the eyes, and it became clear that they belonged to some kind of wild animal. Some viewers believe that this was simply a fox or another small animal, but others are not so sure. They believe that the eyes were actually the eyes of a demon or some other supernatural creature. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Number 2. Screaming in the graveyard. One day a man named Mark was walking past a graveyard when he heard some screaming. He couldn't believe what he was hearing, so he stopped and started recording. At first it sounded like a woman crying, but then it turned into a loud, blood-curdling scream. Mark began to walk towards the sound, and it grew louder and louder, until he could hear it clearly. It sounded like someone was being murdered. Then all of a sudden the screaming stopped. Mark continued to walk towards the sound, but he never found anything. He looked around the graveyard, but there was no one there. He checked all the graves, but no one had been disturbed. And when he listened closely, he could still hear the faint sound of screaming in the distance. This video has been viewed millions of times, and many people have come forward with their own experiences. They were walking past a graveyard when they heard screaming. The screaming was always blood-curdling and seemed to come from beyond the grave. Some believe that this is evidence of restless spirits trapped in our world, while others are not so sure. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Number 1. White eyes. A man was driving home one night when he saw a pair of white eyes staring at him from the side of the road. He slammed on the brakes and turned his car around, but when he looked back, he saw nothing. He continued to drive, but the pair of white eyes kept appearing. No matter how fast he drove or in what direction, those white eyes were always there, staring at him. The man was so scared that he pulled over and called the police. When they arrived, they searched the area, but they never found anything. This video has been viewed millions of times, and many people have come forward with their own experiences. They were driving down a dark road when they saw a pair of white eyes in the darkness. When they stopped and went back to look, they could see nothing. Some believe that these are the eyes of demons or other supernatural creatures, while others are not so sure. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.